always, people, this is Cancer May love reading. Take what resonates with you, and remember to watch your rising, your moon and your Venus sign for more insight, because although you are a Cancerian or cross-watching for one, the energy on the birth chart could be different, and you may have a stronger influence at the moment as well. So it's wise to look at your other main planets as well. And if you would like a private reading, know that I offer 10 minutes free before you pay to help you decide. At the end, I'm going to ask, as I usually do, if there is any particular message for those in love with Cancerians. Thank you all who subscribe, comment, like, share, and generally get involved. I will keep an eye on things, and those who interact more will have the chance to win a free reading, or either for them individually or for their star sign, depending on the dynamics. So let's see what we get about Cancerians. First, women, because that's how I feel guided. They seem to be a bit concerned about communication, positive communication they would like to receive regarding a property matter that caused or causes them some anxiety. They are more worried than they should be, actually. It could apply to both married and singles, of course, and although I try to focus on the love, I feel that it could also apply, and we have to be wise and take into account all the messages we are granted by the divine. Some can apply to business and investment aspects as well, not just to love. But generally speaking, Cancerian women are worried about communication, positive communication that would bring them some peace of mind regarding a property, whether house move or investing in a new house, like renovating, buying something important, piece of furniture, redoing it, or even financial investment per se. I feel they felt love-wise, back to love, there's a massive change that can't be avoided in their love life, in their future. So I don't know if you can see the cards here, I hope so. So they'll be going, if it hasn't happened yet, through a change regarding their love life. It cannot be avoided, and now with Uranus in Taurus is just the expected thing to happen, a massive shake-up. However, it seems to be positive after all. They felt held back in succeeding in general, especially in their love life, that is, sorry, but in general in their love life. And for those who have been through a breakup or a separation, whether temporarily or permanently, they need to know that it was meant to go that way. They were supposed, and they are actually heading towards a more truthful and positive union with either a new man who's more grounded and a better connection for them. And I asked also if there is a chance for those who are thinking and hoping for reunion with an ex partner. It says that healing was needed or is needed, and a new perspective regarding the future and how to move into the future, and the wishes they make about their future is very important and has to be made in order to make the massive change in their relationship. I don't know, really, I don't think it's down to the woman. To be fair, I feel it's down to the partner. So it's the man who's supposed to go through this transformation, and I feel he was oblivious, unaware, not prepared, definitely. Even if mentally was aware, he was definitely not ready to take the right action. Perhaps he thought he was, but he wasn't. So that's for those who were, as I was saying earlier on, going through or are going through a separation, whether a temporary thing or seems permanent, but they still hope to get back with the person. So unless the man goes through his healing process and reassesses and looks at his future in a different way, their future together, and he becomes more grounded and stable in what he wants about the future, then it's not good for the Cancerian women to go back to that relationship. And they need to know that they will be successful in a union with a man. He comes across as an earth sign, but again, we know it's not just the star sign that plays important role. It can be a rising sign, a moon sign, Venus as well. It could even be the North Node, so the direction the guy is heading in towards in his life. So somebody who's really grounded, somebody who's got a business head on, but also has a good connection with the Cancerian woman in love as well. I will have a look and see what is he seems to be. I don't feel they have met yet, so this is new union and is coming in. I don't feel they have met yet. I feel, yeah, it's new. And it could also be that they meet through work or common interests when it comes to profession and business. So that is for Cancerian women. I will try to move on to men, but for that I have to push all this up so you can get to see at least to a certain degree what I got here. Let me see if you're right. I hope it's visible enough. So Cancerian men also have legal thing to go through. It could be, for some of them, it could be a divorce. For some of them, it could be just fulfilling some legal requirements regarding a reunion or a union with somebody they know already. It could also be for other Cancerian men that they need to go through some legal things regarding parenting. So they need to fulfill some criteria or take some steps or go through some legal aspects that will bring them to an end of situation, a situation that wasn't really easy for them and had a bearing on parenting. So some may have parenting issues to deal with, and I'm reading it the opposite because I actually went from left to right and right to left. So it was the way I've intended the layout at the beginning. So some of them are looking at this, some of them have been through it, it started and are still dealing with it. So as I said, it can be divorce, it can be fulfilling criterias, legal criterias and requirements that leads to a union with a known person or a reunion. It could be for some that it brings them to an end of a chapter that was quite difficult, and it revolves around parenting aspects, whether them as a parents or them as children to their parents. It can be that as well. And it also ends a disappointing situation and a deceiving situation. Things are changing, and things are changing for the better for those who obviously have been positive in their behavior and well intended. In respect of love, also they need to look at their future and what they want in respect of love. And I will have a look and see if I get a bit more about that. Yes, they can meet their soulmate, those who are not coupled yet, and those who are in a relationship need to give more into their relationship emotionally and in respect of sentiments and feelings, because their partner is quite emotional person, embodies the water sign personality trait. So a person who is quite emotional, just like them actually, because Cancerian men are or can be people full of love and emotions as well, if they meet the right person. And I feel they have, those who are already coupled and there are no massive issues, like divorces and everything that I've spoken about before. So those who are in a good situation, they have chosen the right person. Those who are not coupled yet, they will meet the right person. It's going to be a good match. I'm not going to stick to the star sign just because I'm seeing the High Priestess here. It can be somebody who is a water sign, but it can also be somebody who embodies those qualities. However, they need to use their intuition, the Cancerian men, because their woman is quite intuitive, so there will be no room for lies, deceit. So they need to make their mind up properly before they go into this union, and it would be a shame not to do it the right way, because as I said, to me it looks like a strong connection, meant to be connection. And now I'm going to try and get a bit of clarification on this change of destiny. What is this talking about? What is trying to tell us? Victory. So whatever was deceiving in respect of parenting issues, what I mentioned earlier, is going to change for the better. There will be positive aspects. They just have to act from a place and a space of love and honesty in order to overcome deceit, because if anyone doesn't, they will be caught in the act and we go back to legal problems. Now I will ask if there are particular messages for those in love with Cancerians. Leaving troubles behind. A lot of water with you, Cancerians. Well, leaving troubles behind through proper communication and direct communication and fast movement in a situation that has been in a limbo and something. So there is good positive hope for those in love with Cancerians to move on, to move forward as well, leave troubles behind, have fast and direct and honest communication that pushes through a limbo situation, and also that takes them towards fulfilling their dreams and wishes, things that they have been looking at. And if they haven't, they need to do it and be honest with themselves, think it through, make sure they make the right choices and they get in with the right person, because it's extremely important. I don't feel this is relevant, to be honest. I'm just going to leave them aside. So if you are in love with a Cancerian, you're leaving troubles behind. Proper honest communication is going to help you fulfill your dreams, everything that you thought of. And if you haven't, this is the time to do it. But also make sure you are thinking this through and you're wishing for the right person, because compatibility is very important on one hand, and acting from a higher self vibration, no ego, and applying the wisdom that you've learned so far, because there is I keep getting this, there is a great chance of meeting your soulmate, but you have to make sure you don't let anything and anyone come in, because there is this danger, but that would be also through your own thinking, or wrong thinking, or lack of thinking. So make sure you do it the right way. I hope this helps, and until next time, be loved and be happy.